I was telling y'all about how I usually do like my topics and stuff on Facebook Live, which I love to do. But feel like it's a pro and a con with everything. So like Facebook Live is really, really good to get comments and everything, but the exposure is kind of low because it's not as many. It's broad of a platform, and it's kind of like only people and things like that. So some of these clips are already done, and let me like incorporate them to my videos on here, and let's see how that goes. Because ultimately, y'all know the goal is to help podcasts. Like that's the ultimate goal, right? So I'm like, okay, let me like insert some clips and see what y'all think about that. And then I'm also gonna piggyback and put like some things because I'm not gonna be able to incorporate the whole clip because it's an hour long, and I feel like that may not be ideal to sit and watch. But if y'all want to let me know, I'll do a video to bring it in. But I was gonna put a good little bit in there and then kind of talk and piggyback off of it, and then y'all can join in the comments and talk about what you think or whatever, and see how y'all like this. So the first video I'm gonna explode. Lord have mercy. The first video I'm gonna load is a clip from, I want to say, March, of me just talking about mastering tonight. Okay, so I want to talk about kind of what you kind of spoke on, Kat, but I have been thinking this for a minute. I put on my Snapchat like a couple weeks ago. I was like, the problem with our generation is that we don't have a lot of self-discipline. And what I mean by that is we don't hold ourselves accountable for nothing. We don't put our best foot forward with nothing. So like, for example, when you was talking about why do people stay and this and that, it's because people are not self-disciplined enough to leave. Because hear me out, women know, even men, most people know when your partner is lacking and acting different. And why are you not leaving them alone first? Why are you letting them get the upper hand on you to leave when stuff getting fun, or even asking about it? Like, we're not holding ourselves accountable enough. But the example that came to me for my life when I bring up the topic was trying to be healthy. Like, I really want to be healthy and I really want to eat right, but I always blame it on, hey, Living. I always blame it. I don't know why I didn't tell you. I always blame it on, oh, I'm just so stressed right now. Now it's not a good time. I'm busy, this and that. When really, I'm just not self-disciplined enough to get my butt going. Like, I give the excuse all the time to be like, oh, this and that. But it's really, I just don't have discipline enough. And I find there's a lot of things with a lot of people. Even when you think about relationships and friendships, we not holding ourselves accountable to tell people no, or we don't have enough discipline to leave people alone. We don't have enough discipline to do nothing. We're just going with the flow with too much stuff, and it's getting funky. So I was like, yeah, the topic is self-discipline because we gotta work on it. Our generation, I feel like we don't have that. We don't have no anchor holding us down, like trying to figure it out, telling ourselves yes, telling other people no, being disciplined enough to get up every morning 9 o'clock, do what we need to do with things like that. We have a lot of excuses for a lot of things. And I'm speaking like for me, like I have excuse for a lot of things that I want to do, and it's because I'm not disciplined enough to tell myself to do it. That go for anything, trying to eat right, trying to leave people alone, trying to put yourself first. You gotta be disciplined enough to do that. And that's a lot of willpower. And a lot of people not doing it. So I was like, I want to get her and talk about that. I got on Snapchat and talked about it. Because it kind of goes hand in hand with accountability, like holding yourself accountable for some stuff. Because a lot of people play victim in situations when they're really not holding themselves accountable. So like, for instance, a lot of women, when we talk about relationships, we're talking about, oh, he not doing this and that, he not treating me like XYZ. So what are you doing? Are you leaving? Are you communicating? Are you staying? What are you doing? Because if you're not doing anything to make the relationship change, and now you can hold yourself, you are a problem now. You're not holding yourself accountable, because if it's something that you don't like or that you're not dealing with, why are you staying around? They go back to self-discipline and being accountable. Like, a lot of things that we do is, oh, so-and-so did this and that to me. So-and-so keep walking all over me. So-and-so keep cheating. What are you doing? Because if you're still sitting there while so-and-so was doing XYZ, you're the problem. Like, you're not holding yourself accountable for things. And that goes with self-discipline, because one thing about it, you gotta have enough discipline to be like, okay, let me get the F on up out of here. Y'all love him a lot. I love her a lot. But it's just not giving for me, right? And like I was telling Kat, okay, so let me describe the situation with Kat, her status. She was like, why do people stay in relationships when they know that they don't want to be with that person, but they stay anyway, when it's not benefiting them, right? And my answer simply was because they're comfortable. Like, think about it. You're in a relationship, y'all been together for like a year, and it's just getting like to where you ain't feeling no more. But y'all staying together, he give you money, you know, everything comfortable. You just don't want to be with him. Why would you leave? Why would you leave and make everything complicated when you can just sit around and wait until somebody else come along and spark your interest? Because it's hard. Katera, let me stop calling you Kat, girl. Kat is Katera. That's easy. But I think a lot of people, like what I was saying, was a lot of people just sit around and wait. Like, I don't know, they're just not holding themselves accountable for nothing. And it's so easy to sit in a relationship and just wait until somebody else come along and be like, oh, okay, I've been not liking you, but I just want another girl to come talk to me. Or I've been not liking you, I want another dude to come talk to me. It's easy to do it. But you gotta be accountable. Because one thing about two things for sure, you know when someone is not being the same towards you. And it's so many steps that you can take before you actually leave. But why are you sitting around knowing that person's being weird towards you? Like, I don't never get that. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. My whole thing was, I feel like one thing we don't do is hold ourselves accountable. Even if we are the victim, it's things that we should be doing to make the problem not a problem anymore. Like, y'all can say all day, so cheat on me, but how many times did this man cheat on me before I figure something else out? You gotta hold yourself accountable for a lot of stuff we do. Like, even when you being like, even if you're like a passive aggressive person and you type person that just kind of let people walk all over you, you're the problem because you have no boundaries. Like, it's always a role you can play in a relationship. I hate when people be like, oh, I've been perfect. Woo, woo. No, it's something going on that you didn't do. Not saying it's bad, but you didn't put your foot down. Something went wrong in the foundation area. When the foundation was getting built and you was setting your boundaries and you was setting your do's and don'ts, something in there wasn't, you didn't put your foot down on. So I be having people be like, oh my God, I was perfect and he did this and that to me. It's something in there that you didn't make straight, or you tolerated for too long and you shouldn't have. That's a problem. Like, we gotta start taking accountability in our own actions. And you know, like, I'm just trying to say, like, nobody's never really a victim. Because even if you keep letting up somebody cheat on you, treat you wrong, you're still the problem because you're sitting there letting them do that. You see, like, that's what I'm trying to say. We gotta have more accountability with things that we do. Like, let me read some comments. Okay, they know who you is. True, we make too many excuses, like you said. We just be going, yeah, we make a lot of excuses, like, with anything. Like, I know for me, just trying to be healthy, where I'm always like, well, I'm just busy all the time, when really I'm just lazy and I don't have no self-discipline to get my butt up, eat right, and do right. Okay, I hope we good. I had to get the Wi-Fi. Now that I know I won't quit to drink. Yeah. But, hey, Mimi, that's me. And I feel like that's me too, like, too much, because I'm so, okay, I'm not dealing with this and that, to where even if you do it a half of a time, even if I say I'm not dealing with liars and you tell one little half lie, like you said, come on, color your shirt, I'm gone. And that's kind of like a red flag with me, because I've just been so content with myself for so long that I really be switching niggas out. Like, I do not be sticking around. I know that's not good because not everybody is perfect and we do have our flaws, but I just feel like a lot of problems could be addressed in a relationship area or any area when you, like, make it known early. Like, in a dating stage, you like, okay, hi, I'm this and that person. I'm not tolerating X, Y, and Z. Like, this is what I'm not going back and forth on. Because we got a lot of people now, they're going to test you. They're going to keep testing you to see what you really going to tolerate. And in your eyes, you're looking at it as, I'm down for this dude, I'm down for this girl, we sticking it out. But they really trying to see how far they can push you, how far you going to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, people do that type of stuff. People real. One thing about men we don't get them credit for is they real intuitive. They know who they can and can't do things with. Like, they know who they, oh, I can do this with her, but I can do this with her. Like, they know. They really smart than what we get them credit for. And so that's why I be saying about, like, you know, some stuff, yeah, you can let slide and do little things after something small, but those big things, you know, you can't tolerate, you let that be known up front. You can't go 6 months in a relationship, be like, oh, and by the way, I don't like you cheating. Oh, by the way, I don't like you lying. It should have been something that had been said in the beginning. Or you should have, showed it. I don't know. It been a lot of stuff that I be feeling like with women, we just stick around and let dudes do, and that's a problem. No matter how much I try to play victim about it, that's the problem. I hope I ain't asked. I got my elbow. Most of the time, because we as people or as persons content with the way the good things are going, overlook the bad because you're afraid to be alone. Yeah, no teach for real. Like, I know a lot of girls that I be talking to, they're like, I don't know how to be single, or I don't like being lonely. But my whole thing is, we gotta stop associating loneliness with singleness. Just because you're single, that does not mean you're lonely. Like, I hate that we put that with it. Like, I've been single for 3 years, never been lonely. Let's get that straight. And I'm not saying I have men. I have just never been like, oh, I gotta have a man. I gotta have a man. Like, we are so content and so scared of the unknown, of not being with this person, that we don't know anything. And the one big thing, too, is like I told Kat earlier, we let other people define our happiness. You find happiness in another man. So when he leave you or threaten to leave, you don't know what you're gonna do because you never could be happy with yourself. Like, I don't know. It's just a lot to go in there. But I do agree with it. Like, people be very content. They be very scared of what be going on, like what could happen, or who gonna have this man. Or I know, like, for me, it's like, oh, well, he was like this with me, but he might go be like this with another girl. That's scary. Like, like this, that's hurtful. But I just feel like either you gonna let him continue being a bad nigga with you, or let him go by his way and go find your husband. Like, stop being content. Ain't nothing in life, nothing in life should be content. Everything is steadily progressing. So why are you staying and being content with something you don't want to deal with? Unless you don't know what you want to deal with. Like, a lot of girls don't have a boundary, or like, a lot of people just don't be knowing. They just go with the flow. Long as this dude doing XYZ, they cool with it. That just stuff that's got to be like set before you start dating, but it be too late. Yeah, people be afraid to start over. But one thing about 2 things for sure. You let a nigga slide one time, they think that'll work. I'll tell you, you let a dude slide 1.5. I'm talking about just, you give him a little bit of space. Ooh, they going crazy. I do not plan a radio with no dude. Like, I promise you, y'all, I be letting dudes out top. I don't do this, and that. And they gonna test you. I don't play that. And I might be single, so like, I don't be caring. But I know, I've seen the damage that letting things slide too much can do to you and to a partner. Like, letting things slide too much, because dudes, they very smart when it comes to, they gonna figure out, okay, I can do this with her. All right, cool. And another thing we do, make a mistake of doing, is being too available. Like, we're too available to men and other people, period. Like, every time he say he want to see you, pulling up to see him. Every time he tell you call him. Y'all gotta start acting like you're busy. It just act like you be like, I don't know, we just be too available for stuff too often. Like, just so ready. But the main thing is, like I always preach on here, is you have to find yourself before dating, before, figuring out. And sometimes I know it's not easier said than done, because a lot of us start dating young, but at least try to find your way through. And like I tell my mom all the time, like, you gonna be a fool for somebody. You gonna be a fool for somebody. Everybody gonna be a fool for somebody. But it's about how you recover from that and what you learn from that. You can't go meet Jim and get cheated on, then go meet John, get cheated on, then go meet Daniel, get cheated on. You gonna keep getting cheated on. You gotta learn the lesson. Because one thing about it, 2017 was the only lesson I needed. I had to get cheated on one time for me to be like, oh no, I'm good. It took one time. And it wasn't even that big of a deal, because, I wasn't like sexually active with the dude or nothing, but it was the fact that you were being disrespectful. It's the one time for me, baby, senior in high school. That's been 5 years ago. I don't know, we gotta learn our lessons quick. Y'all be acting slow with the lesson. Get that lesson in quick, so you don't have to keep repeating it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta get it done and get it over with. And don't be letting people slide in out your life and slide in and out with things they want to do. That go for friends, that go for men, that go for women, that go for anybody. You just gotta be very firm on you. Like, stop being so, I had to learn it too. Like, stop being so yes man and oh, it's cool and this and that, because people, that's they test it. Oh, she cool with this? Okay, cool, let me try something else. Oh, she cool with that? Okay, cool, let me try something else. Oh, she like, oh, you gotta be like, And a person that don't respect your boundaries is a person that is for you no way. If a man finds a boundary, you tell him no, and he keeps trying, that's not somebody for you anyway. Like, period. It is something we not gonna do. Some people are looking around things and red flag try to mope. Oh yeah. See, that's true. I feel like a lot of women, we do that, like, because we're such nurturers. We always trying to see the potential in a nigga. Oh, well, I know he can do this. Oh, or what happens is some dudes really good in the beginning and then they kind of fall off at the end. So we keep trying to make him be, what he was in the beginning. Because one thing about it, I ain't no shapeshifter and I ain't nobody. Because a man gonna do what he want to do. If he want to change, he gonna do that. It's nothing you can do as a person to make anybody change or anything. Once he starts showing you actions, you can have a conversation about it. You can, because people do go through things in life and it may cause them to change. But you got one conversation out of me. I see you acting different, like what's going on. Oh, I'm good, baby, everything good. And then I'm gonna give you 2 weeks to recover. After that, after them 2 weeks, baby, because I don't know, it's too much in life. First of all, to be stuck on a relationship. A relationship is so very small, right? It's so much to do in life. You think I'm finna sit around and wait on you to figure out? Because I don't know. It just ain't in me. It ain't in me. And I know I say it all the time, but it's not. And I saying I'm perfect or I ain't never been a fool for no nigga, but I'm just getting too old. I'm just getting too old for the games. Somebody on reality show. Sure. Also, you were taught that when you're in a relationship, you would go through things false. Yes, of course, you would go through things, but if a man really mess up one of them. What thing teacher was, I'm going to tell you, Kat, what it is. Everybody teach you how to know when somebody's for you and how to know, when you got a good person in your life. But nobody never talks about knowing when to leave. It's okay to leave and know this ain't working for you no more. Like, honestly, when they say relationship going through things, that baby, they never meant cheating. I don't know why we got that whole men gonna cheat. It's a lie. They meant like, he might get sick. He might break a leg. He might change jobs. That's going through things. But having babies and cheating and lying to respect, that ain't what we going through. That ain't the boat I want to be on. I don't think they meant that. I really think they meant like, sickness and health. They never said sickness, health, cheating. They never said that. So what you do? And the generalized standard now has dropped so low, so where a lot of women condone cheating and disrespect, so it's cool. But I'm here to tell you, y'all gotta start living it back up, because it's people like me. I'm probably gonna be single forever because because the standards is low. But no, I never really thought. I don't think that they meant cheating and lying to respect is something we go through. No, I think it's more like if he gets sick, he break a leg, he lose his job for a minute. We're gonna go through things like that, but cheating. Because you can say cheating mistake all day, but you had multiple times to stop yourself. When you was texting, when y'all was calling, when you was going to meet him, when you was getting naked, when you was finna go inside her. You had so many times to say, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't deal with it. Lying, it's the continuous lies for me. Like, people you meet that continually lie and lie and lie. That's weird. I don't do that. And disrespect, definitely a no. Because, yeah, that's me. I think, I definitely comes with like getting older, because like I said, we all been a fool. I'm not saying I'm never gonna be a fool for a nigga again, but I'm gonna be conscious about it. Like, I feel like we get so wrapped up in that we don't even think anymore. We get so naive with things. I'm not saying I won't never be crazy over no nigga, but I'm saying I'm gonna be more conscious about, what's going on and more intentional about how I'm moving, things like that. But you definitely gotta protect you, because a person will take you down through that for real. And you just stuck dealing with yourself, and you gotta have you to fall back on. So if you didn't define yourself before a relationship, what you got to fall back on? Nothing. That's why I said we gotta stop associating singleness with loneliness, because during that single time, you're supposed to be traveling, getting money, figuring out you, reading books, getting healthy, building your mind, getting you a good mindset, building your boundary. Like, that's what singleness is for. So when you do meet somebody, it's just an add-on. It's not a necessity. It's just something that, like a bag. You don't need a purse, but it makes you look nice. That's what a relationship is. I don't think it's for me, it's not a need. It's a accessory. Like, oh yeah, I got a nice man. He good looking. Woo woo. But at the end of the day, if something go left, I got me too. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be heartbroken a little, but I still got Z. And that's how I feel like it should be. It shouldn't be you figure yourself. You ain't really got yourself. You go through relationship, you find a man to make you happy, and then now you sticking around because you don't want to lose him, because you don't know what your life look like without him. Opposed to if you had yourself before the relationship, you know, okay, when before him I was happy, you know, I was shopping, I was getting a bag, I was getting to a bag, you know, like you had to know you before all that, because people gonna come and go. There's gonna be so many people you gonna meet and not meet and fall in love with, not fall in love with, like, you don't know. And even if you meet somebody and y'all be permanent and be married, you still can't put all your every desire on that person, because nobody will never fulfill all your desires. Like, you're always gonna lack something, like, for a person. We're not perfect, so you can't never allow somebody to bring you complete happiness and complete this and this and that. Like, that's not realistic. Baby, I'm teaching a shapeshifter. I'm talking about, I'm not a shapeshifter. I'm not finna change no man. I'm not doing it. I'm not, yeah, Samira, because who? I'm not doing it. Yeah, and I saw a dumb status today. Somebody was like, keep going back. You want to know, it was like, how you want to know how to leave a dude alone? Keep going back until you can't go back no more. I said, what? They give me, I know the stove hot, but let me just keep on touching to see how, like, that's stupid. Like, I don't know. I'm like somebody, I don't want to start with your mama, because what was y'all mamas teaching y'all? That ain't what I'm doing. It don't take me one time to see that stove burn no, baby, and I ain't going back no more around it. And not saying that people and men can't grow and change, women can't grow and change, but it's things like, oh, he may not know how to communicate properly, you know, or he may not, you know, be able to express his feelings, or he has a hard time with affection. Those are things that I'm able to work with. But common things, like the bare minimum is not to cheat on me. The bare minimum is not to disrespect me. The bare minimum is not to lie. That's not, you don't get applauded for that, for not doing what you're supposed to do. That's like a daddy being a dad. I'm not finna give you no gold medal for being a daddy. That's what you're supposed to do. So if you're in a relationship with me, you're supposed to be faithful and not lie and not cheat. You know what I'm saying? It's small things, like when they talk about working, going through stuff, it's small. It's like, you know, communication. It's never lying and cheating and all that mess. I don't know when y'all start accepting that with who. And then it's so crazy, because when I be seeing, like, when I be visualizing my future, I never see a man in it. And it may be okay. Okay, but I don't know. I just be, when I get on live and stuff to talk, I just be trying to, like, make it clear that a lot of things we tolerate and deal with is not right. And we all young, like the girl, like most people that be on here, we young, we 20 something, and you got a long time to go. But while you figuring it out, get some boundaries, get some type of foundation about yourself, like, you know, get some type of something you ain't going back and forth with on the radio about, like. Okay, what you want? The conclusion of the message is, if you're not a part of the solution, you're a part of the problem. And kind of what I was trying to get at was, I know sometimes we as people tend to look at, because somebody's doing us wrong, as us being a part of the solution, but I feel like we're part of the problem once we stop setting boundaries and then letting people walk all over us. Like, so like if you're with somebody that you know is doing XYZ and you don't like it and you're continuing to stay, now you're part of the problem, because you're enabling this person to keep doing this. And I know every situation isn't just so easy to get up and leave, but for most of the things, that cheating and things like that, you know, you don't want to deal with, why are y'all choosing to deal with it? I know a lot of time it's because you don't want to see this person with somebody else and things like that, but I feel like you're holding yourself back more if you don't just up and leave. So moral of the story is, if you're not a problem solution, you're a part of the problem. And I also wanted to, like, clarify, like, I feel like a lot of the times we only refer to or like give situations based on like relationships, but it also can be like your employment and a friendship with your parents. Like, I feel like once you're allowing people to treat you some type of way that you don't like, and you're not actively trying to work towards a solution, then you're the problem also. And like I said, it's not easier said than done, but it's just like sometimes you have to put your foot down and recognize, like, you that girl, you that dude, like, you that person, period, and you deserve better than it from anybody. So yeah, it's just easier to relate back to relationships, because that's kind of like what my platform was built on. But yeah, like, I just want to clarify that and say that too. So yeah, I just, at the end of the day, like, be you, love you, respect you, because that's what it's supposed to be. That's what the journey's supposed to be. It all ends up better if you just do this to yourself. And it's not easy, and it's not linear. So it's on a spectrum. There's so many different ways to get to that journey, but the ultimate thing of it all is build your foundation, find what works for you, deal with what you really want to tolerate, and go forward like that. It's an everlasting journey. As long as you're on this earth, like, you always learning and progressing. But I just like to bring these topics to the front and let everybody discuss to see, like, how can we heal as people up here. Facebook is like kind of an old app and a lot of people don't use it, but that's kind of where I started my platform on. So I'm thinking about doing like one day a week, going back on lives like I used to, because I really do enjoy lives, y'all, and I really like the whole idea of it all. I only stopped because I was trying to find employment. You know how that goes. So if you want to follow me on Facebook, my real name is Kid Ramsey, and also I try to incorporate some of those clips on here so we can talk and discuss on here as well. And yeah, like I said in the beginning, if you are watching, go ahead and subscribe, hit the post notification bell so you can know when I'm posting new videos, and let me know what y'all want to see. Comment in the video on y'all what y'all think, like y'all opinions, and if you agree or disagree with me, and let me know how it's gonna go. So yeah.